Have you ever been told that you are useless? That you are good for nothing? That you are zero? How does it feel? Happy? Okay, now turn towards your right person and say that you are a zero. Turn towards your left side and say that you are a zero. Turn towards your back side and say that you are a zero. 100 plus times. That I am a zero. That I am a very big zero. I built startups. I have built many communities. I have actually traveled across Bharat into the unseen, explored places. I made huge mistakes and I also made things crash and made things work. But I humbly would like to say I'm zero. It's not because I lack confidence. It's not because I come from rural background. It's not because I lack value. It's because I would like to feel myself nothing, that I would like to explore unexplored subject, unexplored places, unexplored people, unexplored domains. In Sanskrit, the word Shunya, which means zero, refers paradoxically nothing and everything. Very irony, right? I would like to share my story and our story together. My life in 4 pictures. In one single slide, 4 pictures. Any one village resembles the same in the first picture. A small village with beautiful paddy fields around, where you have studied with very small Jilla Parishad school. I've been there in that beautiful well for 12 years. I don't know what's happening in the digital world outside of my village. My parents are farmers and they work in the pottery. And they always mention, if I want to work into the pottery, that is a very, very good job. They said like, you focus on the education. That is the biggest asset you can give it us back. That's the biggest respect you can pay us back. It's the same wish for every parent. And that's what they expect max from us. Nothing much. And I've been there and I completed my schooling. I did a couple of like cleaning tea classes with my brother-in-law, managed entire BSNL tower during that days. And I've been in the crops, fields and everything. It's a short story. When I moved to Hyderabad, I did felt like it is an alien world. It's a different culture, different language, and different tone, or it could be everything different, the kind of face they are moving in. I couldn't adapt. Have you ever felt the same way? I entered new world. Oh my God, this is so uncomfortable. Maybe I might not survive in this space. Have you ever felt that? I thought like, how am I going to survive here? Who doesn't know English? Who doesn't know how to communicate? Who doesn't know much of subject where CBSE, ICSE people are in the campus? And I did my bachelor's during 2019, back in the era when there was no trend of artificial intelligence. Right now we are running behind AI. But what is something missing gap? One more picture. 2020, the pandemic hit. Many people lost their opportunities. Many people lost their dear ones. And many people got new opportunities. It does affect it in both ways. Paradoxically, it's a health positive and negative. It didn't happen the same way. My parents was in critical condition while me being on the COVID, taking care of my sister. I had to give them a hope. My parents were in ICU, their bed. Luckily, they are here with me. I had to dance in the ICU to give them the confidence, to give them the hope while managing my sister, saying that they are all good. But during the same time, I actually went into Shunya, the structure, the concept. Shunya refers to nothing and everything. You are nothing, at the same time you are everything, which is so contradictory. I've taken one perspective saying that I can't be everything. I'll take one part. I can commit my everything to my goals, to my vision, to my aim. It could be anything, my dreams. I always felt I know nothing, I am nothing. That gave me a lot of space to progress more, to limitlessly put my potential into the execution, to fail more, to experiment more. So that's where my journey started in my college days, and that's where I started running behind zero. As mentioned, my name is Karthik. Every time nowadays, whenever I go to some sort of event, I say Karthik. Not at all. It's zero. They're like, ZDRO? Did I heard just right? Yeah. You break the pattern. You break the pattern into their mind saying that you are something different as standing out from the crowd. These are my early days where are the struggles and everything, which is every common person goes through the same struggles. I'm not unique, but I made my path in a way I would like to evolve myself into a different person. You've gone through some sort of phase like it's my inter. The government colleges and schools are like that. We used to, every day we need to wake up and see a boy face. Every time we go to the bed, good night, bro. For the first time of my 22 years, I crossed my borders of Telangana and I went to one event called Jordar event where I met people like, it's an invite-only event, where I met people like Raj Chamani, Vaibhav Sisindi, Varun Maya, everyone. 2 years back, I put that kind of efforts where I call those are the real classes. The college days were very good. You know what I felt in the COVID? I got access to the internet, very much internet. The information is flowing on the internet. I could able to see every damn development across different corners of world. Then I felt, oh, I've been referring one night batting 10 years back papers, which means I'm studying outdated syllabus, which is 10 years back. And I'm failing in the real-time syllabus. I just need to focus on the real-time syllabus while parallelly managing my academic syllabus. There I started attending real-time syllabus like classes like webinars, conferences, hackathons, fellowships. These actually gave the real-time diversity, the knowledge, the failures or the experimentation in the ecosystem. And there's a guy with multiple RoboChitty wires kept into my mind. I was there in the hospital for 5 days. Luckily, it's nothing right now but the diagnosis. There is some sort of granule in my brain. There's some small fact I never told it to anyone. That granule can make you die at any point of time. You might lose your life. Doctor said like, do not take stress, do not move, do not work long hours. But me, I was like, I know nothing, I want to do more. So the granule actually is a lot of limitation, but still I actually overcome the situation, overcome the challenge, kept working on the same. I failed more than 4+ times, 6+ times, everything. My first startup, I started in the college as my cubicle, library cubicle as the incubator. The best way time to start your startup is in your college. You have staff as your mentors. You have your fellow peers as your teammates or the talent. You have your customers as your student fellows. You have your entire campus as to sell, market, and scale up your business. Even if you fail, you are falling on the sandbox. You won't get hurt while balancing your academics. So academics all about it's essential for day-to-day life and everything. But the real-time syllabus is changing drastically in just every 3 months, every 6 weeks, 1 week. How many of you use ChatGPT for Ghibli art? We all know that ChatGPT is just the ChatGPT, OpenAI, Claude, Gemini, all these tools. We talk some other time. AI is replacing humans. This is the moment AI replacing AI itself. So that is the current moment where I focused when I was in the college. I almost got detained. I cried. After doing everything to the college up to the campus, they said like we can't help because you don't have attendance. I really didn't have attendance because much of the time I spent in webinars, conferences, traveling, doing my startup, attending T-Hub events, going for investor pitchings and everything. Then they actually gave me one wild card. If you have any international achievements, we'll consider you as regular class student. There I had multiple fellowships, international grants, everything. I submitted. Luckily, I got saved. But coming to the startups, the first startup failed. We had 600 customers. We utterly failed because of the no research. The second one is very well succeeded at a global level. We got grants from AWS. We got grants from the USA international universities. We got grants from international organizations. But the problem we were solving the crypto nominee protocol. In regular banking system, you have nominee protocol. If you die, or if you have some sort of issue, your assets will be moved to the nominee. Whereas in the crypto, if you die or if you forget your password, you don't able to retrieve your funds. In last 10 years, we have lost around 180 billion. And all these things I have done while I was in the college, while focusing on the innovation, while focusing on the creativity, how I can do beyond than the regular student. I had time, I had access to people, I have access to the internet, I have access to tools. How many of you are fan of Doraemon? I need sound. Nobita, Doraemon, Suzuki. Little more, please. Suzuka. Great. So, Doraemon has the craziest gadgets all the time. Agree? And we love to use that if we had access to that. The same way Nobita always misuses it, despite he having the access. In today's generation, we are turning modern Nobitas. We have access to gadgets like OpenAI, Gemini, Google Search, Perplexity, access to the any kind of mind who already dead. Like Albert Einstein, Chanakya, anyone you can interact with any person, all the hidden secret is on the internet. It's in the air. When I say in the air, it's in the Wi-Fi. The data is transmitted in the Wi-Fi, it's in the air. I would like to ask us one more question. What do you think the richest place on the earth? Give me random answers. What do you think the richest place on the earth? YouTube. Switchband. Any more questions? Any? Huh? Mind. Our mind. We are close. The graveyard. Do you want to know why? Thank you. Do you want to know why?
Yes.
All the secrets, all the wisdom, all the knowledge, all the innovations, unshared ideas are buried over there. But due to the access to the gadgets like tools, like internet, having the access to a whole library of content, now we can able to retrieve those content. Do you agree? Anyone, do you know, if you can name any person, you can able to talk with that person. God, Krishna, or it could be any person, Elon Musk, Modi, Indra Nooyi, Ratan Tata sir. So this is me. Let's assume it's me, Zero, the Karthik. Karthik used to use the ChatGPT for writing the mails in the beginning. But eventually he started using for brainstorming, innovating, simulating ideas and everything. If Elon Musk had the same gadgets, how they gonna use? That's what you need to think. So Elon Musk had a rock. Make a difference when you're working on something, make a difference. And rather think like you know nothing. Start questioning your assumptions. And it is a perception. Every time, everything has a different perspective. Everyone is right because of the information they have access to, because of the facts they have access to that you don't have information. Whatever I'm saying right is right now. It might be wrong for you because you don't have that same information what I have. And you want to be you or be copy. There is all, if you want to become other's person, there is already copy. Why you want to become one more person of that copy? You become yourself, you be unique. And this is one of the kind of community we are building across India from last 1.5 years, connecting over 10,000 plus people on the digital level, all the startup ecosystem together. And nowadays, everyone want to become expert. It is the end of the era when our uncles and aunts used to study. If they actually focus on one career, that used to last long for 40 years, 50 years. Now, if you study any kind of subject, that will not last long for 6 months or 1 year. So that's why you need to work in the different areas of expertise and connect different dots together where you become unique by yourself. And I want to quote one thing before I leave. If plan A fails, we have 25 more letters. Go for it. Am I right? Now I want to quote, the zero has million dots to be connected. If one dot fails, you have zillion more opportunities to work and to experiment and to fail and to innovate. If you want to work with us, the only qualification we look at having the zero mindset. What I say zero mindset? Before you go for writing, you need to clean your slate. Before you draw one more beautiful picture, you need to clean your canvas. Before you go for eating, you need to clean your plate. Before you getting into a different domain, you need to go with the nothing mindset, where you can start everything and can innovate with a creative solution. Thank you so much, and be integrator and be zero.